STEPS is a programming system for text processing by example. Let's look at an actual example from a help form that we also used in our user study. It's a list of fonts. Each font has a font name and a style, and the goal is to reorder the fonts by style, for each style listing the fonts that have that style separated by semicolons. STEPS outputs a script, so you don't have to write one yourself. A STEPS program consists of a number of steps. The user slowly adds colors to exhibit the hierarchical structure that's present in this document, hidden but now made apparent through this hierarchical structure represented by nested color blocks. The user then manipulates and massages this structure, sorting and regrouping to get it into the format that they want eventually. Let's try it ourselves. First, we paste in our data. Now, each step in a STEPS program is illustrated by a small example, both an input and an output pair. We copy it down below, both into the mock input and the mock output. And now what we're going to do is we're going to mark things with fonts. Let's name the red color font so we'll remember what it means in the legend. Okay, and in each of these two records in this small example, we're going to mark it as font. Now the computer's job is to figure out what function we just applied to make it, to mark the fonts. It gave us 3 choices, and the third one is actually correct. The previous 2 got it wrong. So we'll choose the third program and accept it. Next, we're going to try to mark the different records, because there's also a record structure here that's very important. Again, we'll take the first 2 records here, we'll copy them down below, and we'll mark the records in green. Let's see if the computer can understand the mapping that takes the mock input to the mock output. When we scroll through the data, we see that it's very easy to see roughly that things are correct and that mistakes tend to pop out at you. Okay. Next, we're going to mark the styles. This is not going to be as easy, it turns out. Let's see what happens. Let's say we try again with just the first 2 records, and we mark both styles in blue. That's not right. None of these programs are right. In fact, all of these programs are using the word regular. They're trying to match the word regular. Oh, that's because both of our examples use the word regular. They had the same style. So what we could do is we could go searching for another example and copy paste it below. Or a more advanced move is we can just change the mock input example, because the computer doesn't care whether it's a real mock input example or a totally artificial one. It's just looking for a pattern that maps the mock input to the mock output. In this case, it found the right one. One way we can debug these things is as we mouse over things, we get a tooltip showing that this is, say, the 24th style in the document out of 110, the 24th record out of 110, and the 24th font out of 110. So that gives us some confidence that we have the correct answer. Next, we probably only need 1 record to remove the extraneous text. Let's see if that works. It's a very simple operation, so we should need fewer examples to illustrate it. Yeah, that looks good. We still have 110 records. And next, we're going to do something fun. We're going to sort the data. Sorting the data is easy with these mock input and mock output examples. Let's just take a couple of records and we're going to sort them by style, alphabetically. And the program is sort records by style in alphabetical order because we name these things on the legend. The next operation is tricky. It's grouping. That's something we didn't teach the users before the user study, and yet all of them except for 1 figured it out on their own. Let's create a new color called a group. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take entries that have the same style and put them in one group. Okay, that's the most advanced move. Let's see if the computer can figure out what we're doing. That's almost what we did. That's not right. That's not right. This is almost what we did, but you'll notice here that the computer put groups around single entries. That's not what we did. But you know what? That'll be good enough. Let's accept that program, because it's done something very logical. It's put groups around each different style, even if there was only one font that had that style. From here, it's fairly straightforward to proceed. You just remove the redundant styles and reorder things to get it in the format you want, and in the end result you have both your data and a script. While it was a fair amount of work, as our user study shows, it was a lot less work than writing the program and debugging it, even for people who know how to program.